Hello and welcome to my channel today. Just give us a few minutes to adjust the camera to suit so that we can start. Okay? All right. I'm going to start, but I'll give some minutes and see if people will join us quickly so that nobody will miss this very important information. So, guys, if you're seeing me live, please join us. Hurry up to join. It's promising to be good news for everyone, for yourself, for your loved one. Yeah, please join us, join us. If you have your loved ones who can join us, please tell them to join us. We're starting, we're just gonna give a few more minutes. Yeah, it's almost 12 noon CST, which is my current location. And so I will be starting. I'll just give a few minutes and then I start. While I wait to join, I just saw a question which says, what advice will you give to the new generation? It's very complex. I must tell you, the current generation is facing very complex time. So the advice can never be a one-way thing. And they don't always have to listen. They have to use their own intuition. So my advice, really, the first thing I say is be patient. One of the things I have seen with the new generation is that everyone wants to be rich now. It doesn't happen that way. It has never been that way. It can be that way if you have inherited anything from your parents, your grandparents, but if you have to start from scratch, then it's a process. You also have to be patient with people that you deal with. You just have to wear patience as clothes and you have to work hard. You can assume that things will be okay if you're not working hard towards it. So there are so many advice, but it's from different perspective and for different situations. So it's difficult to give just one advice that covers everything. So it has to be specific to a topic in question. But what I have said up now may be applicable to whatever aspect of life you find yourself. Patience, hard work, and honesty. Be honest in what you do and believe that with hard work and patience, you'll be able to make it. Thank you very much, GSS. Thank you for joining us. And yes, we go straight to the topic of today is about H-1B visa, which the government has announced will kickstart the visa lottery for H-1B. Is going to start, it will open, the portal will open for application from March 7th. I like to give out the information as early as I get it so that people will begin to prepare for it. Okay, so what do you have to know about H-1B visa? H-1B visa is a work permit for professionals. Is a professional work permit, and there are a few requirements or qualification. The first one is that you have to have a minimum of university degree, first degree. Yes, usually the minimum is a 4-year course, like you have read accountancy, you have read medicine. Medicine is usually 6 years or more, depending on your country, and so on. So a minimum qualification is that 4 years university degree. If you have it, you're probably eligible. The other one is that you need to get a job with a US organization. We will talk about all of that in a minute. So if you're interested in coming to work in the US, then this may be for you. I know I missed the new government changes in the US. Someone like me was worried at some point that maybe this will not happen this year. So I was excited to see on the 5th of February that USCIS, which has a mandate to process all these complex visas, especially immigration visa, work permit, and so on, that they announced on their website that this application will be open again. I was excited. My excitement is because I feel like this is an opportunity for people who have spent energy, time to go and study in the university, but because of where they are, because of the location where they live, they don't have opportunity to, fully optimize their skills. And they are looking for opportunity to go to any developed country where they can. And US is a huge market for that. I was also happy to see that the new government is still interested in this, which means they really want real skilled people. They don't just want immigrants. They want immigrants that are skillful who can contribute to the economy. That's the way I interpret it, which is a boost to the country. So what do you need? You will first of all need to register and pay the associated fee. You have a registration fee if you're registering for yourself, but you also can, your company, the company who will hire you. You remember I talked about the qualification, university degree. The other one is the got a job. Now, this is where some people got stuck last year. Last year, I announced this, and a lot of people explored it. I am happy to say that people I know advanced, and at least minimum of 3 to 4% I know scaled through to the point of applying for their visa and probably a difference. I've not checked to know where they are right now, but I know that that application that happened last year is supposed to bring in people to come and work in the US. I also have reliable data. Over 400 people applied, 400,000 applied last year, and over 80,000 applications were approved from that lottery, which is huge. Who said you can't be among those people who were approved? And what I had said last year was, if you were not successful last year, then you can position to reapply this year, pick from, some of the lessons, improve on things that you didn't do right, and target to apply again this year. And I'll say this clearly. The first time I got a scholarship from the Swiss government, it wasn't my first application for that particular course. I applied to go and do a course in international health, and I applied the first time. They didn't give me. It was on the second attempt, the same application. I'm not sure what I changed so much, but I had learned in the application process. So when I applied again, I got fully funded, sent me my return ticket, had accommodation, give me stipend throughout the time I was there. And so that you didn't get once does not mean you can't get the second time. And that you didn't get the second time does not mean you can't get the third time. As long as this is part of what you want for yourself, then you just need to keep exploring. Now, let's talk about the date. The application opens on March 7th. March 7th, 12 noon EST. 12 noon Washington, D.C. time. Yes, 12 noon Washington, D.C. time is the time that the portal will open, and it will close by 12 noon EST on the 24th of March, 2025. Now, this application is for those who will come to work in the US in the year 2026. So If you're expecting to apply now and then you will come into the US in the next few months, it may not happen because there are processes. After the portal closes, then they will start the selection processes. And then when they are done with the selection processes, they will then notify people who were successful, and the visa application itself would then start in their various embassies. So they will have to apply, and then when they get it, they will be able to come. So you have some step-by-step instruction, which is also what you see on the side. When I'm done with this video, I'm going to add all the sites and links that you can go and check so that you'll be able to do the right thing for yourself. Okay? So it starts with online registration, usually quick. Okay? You have 3 different kinds of accounts. The first one could be you doing it yourself. Okay, applicant, it can be you. However, experience has shown that it is best that your employer applies for you. The other one is the attorney or representative account, and then the organizational account. Okay, so you can do their account registration, follow the instruction. The instructions are clear and you'll be able to follow the instruction through. Make sure you avoid creating duplicate account. Any duplicate account disqualifies the accounts automatically. So don't do duplicate accounts. Again, last year, someone told me that he think he's eligible, his wife is eligible, but they were not sure. Husband and wife, you're 2 different individuals. So both of you should apply. If you also have children who are graduates, who has the minimum qualification, all of them can apply. Again, when you get approved, it's only for you and your children, you, your spouse, and children under the age of 21 that can come into US on that work visa application. So if you've gotten your degree, it's not common to see people who had gotten their degree below age 21 in many developing countries. However, I'm not saying it's impossible. If you have gotten your degree and your parents are applying and you're under 21, they can apply, but because you have the minimum qualification, please make sure you also go ahead to apply. I'll be looking out for your questions. I want to answer all the questions to help us move forward. But after this video, I'll make sure that I also upload it and maybe stream it some more and get people to hear about it and begin to prepare towards it. This is a lottery. It does not have a cap. Some people will tell you that H-1B visa has a cap when it's met, la 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 la. This is a lottery. It does not have a cap. Who said you won't be lucky, to benefit from it? Now, one of the things that had been difficult in the past was for people to get a job. And so in an earlier video, I had talked about companies that may be able to give you, work visa. And I want to, touch on it again, just so to give you tips and maybe help some people to know where to look if you're looking for companies that can give you visa. Okay? Just 1 second and I will be able to tell you, some of those categories. I can't tell you for sure that this company will give you. I don't want to be a liar, but I want you to know that it is possible. Okay? So we have categories of companies, and I had done an earlier video to make samples of, give examples of some of those companies. One major category is institutions of higher education of learning. They're usually research-based. They do a lot of work, that may be of great interest to the country, to the US. Then you have the non-profit, for-profit entities that are related to or affiliated with the higher education institution or government research organization. Okay? These are another categories. You also have the non-profit research organizations. So many non-profit are researching this and that. You may also be able to get a job easily with them. You have governmental research organizations, and they hire on routine basis. Some of these are health-based, many are actually. And you also have, health organization who may be able to give you. A typical example that I have given here includes university. When you come to the university category, I had mentioned Howard University, George Institute of Technology, Mayo Clinic, Association of American Medical Colleges, National Academy of Science, just name them. You also have a lot of companies that are into IT. If you're conversant with the news, there was a time the news everywhere was that Elon Musk wants it to be only IT. Well, I think I can reliably say that only IT will not work, because what the US government need is beyond just IT. The US as a country needs skilled people across board. So there is no fear. In whatever area you are, I believe you can apply. Okay? You have hospital like Northwestern Memorial Hospital and so many, so many. I'm not going to begin to list them. I'll make reference to those videos that I had made in the past, so I don't waste your time and my time. But you can go there, and I've also made a video that showed database of various organizations that got their that were able to, or that are able to consistently hire people in and bring them into the United States to work following the H-1B visa. And I was really surprised at the kind of organization I saw there. You have the Cisco system. You even have Walmart. Walmart, I give it to you. Walmart is one of the best places I go shopping. So I really love Walmart. So, but it's exciting to see that these opportunities are all over the place. If you find what you're doing, if you know what you're doing, if you find the organization working in those areas, it is your job to go find them. Go to their website, check that database, go to this website, begin to explore. Again, if you're going to do it by yourself, you will need, of course, an attorney. And I remember that I had said I'm not an attorney. I only do this thing because I found it interesting. I came to the US using EB-2 National Interest Waiver Visa. So I found out that it worked, and I felt like I can use whatever opportunity that presents to be able to tell other people about it. Okay? So all you need to do is you prepare to apply. This is the time. We are involved with a lot of things, distractions of life, family issues and problems, and sometimes we don't get to do what we ought to do when we should do it. But this is the opportunity for us to apply. Hello, Kelly. Nice seeing you here. Thank you very much for joining us. Yes, this is an opportunity that can benefit all our loved ones, wherever they are. Now, for those of us in the US who have lived here long enough, there are ways you can help. Many people don't know that if they have a company, that their company can be eligible. There are companies that will advertise for job time and time again, and they are not able to get people inside US to work for them. You can explore H-1B visa, and you'll be surprised. But you need to register your company with USCIS. You go through the registration process. You also get the labor certification through to be able to apply. So you need to go through all those, okay? You get the labor certification approval by the Department of Labor before your company will be eligible. These are the things you can start exploring now. There are so many multimillionaires from developing countries that have lived in the US for a long time, But they don't know that they can do this, and they can use it as an opportunity or use it to employ skilled people from all over the world to work for them. So I'm giving us free expo that there are things you can do to help the world to be a better place, to tap the best skills that are untapped, living all over the world, especially in the developing or undeveloped, countries across Africa, Asia, name them, just naming. Even in North America, some countries in South America is also not as developed. But wherever you are, this is opportunity that will benefit you, and you'll be happy that you benefited from this. Now, I'm going to leave this for a while, and I'll be coming back to check on your questions. If you have a question, I'll be able to respond to you, and then I will also be able to answer some of our questions. When the time is closer, I will most likely also make an announcement and get more people to know that this opportunity is back. It's here again. Some of us are, you hear a lot of bad news from outside the US, but the truth is that it's not all bad news. Yes, there are still good news coming out. This is an electronic application process, so you don't need to send in any paper. All the information will be uploaded electronically. It has been made easy, and you can use this opportunity. The other thing that happened is there are a few changes which has been announced earlier in the year. Yes, I also had put up a video towards that. Some of those changes included things like a new form I-129. There's a change. So make sure that when you're filling this form, that you're using the new one. If you use the old one, it may affect your application. Okay? So please be on the lookout and make sure that you do that. Again, some other changes came with, some people will think that they can use this and come into US and be doing whatever they like. It's no longer business as usual. There will be monitoring. If you're supposed to be at work and you're not at work without permission, your employer will notify USCIS, and that may have a very bad implication on your visa. Okay, so there will be monitoring, and it's not one-sided. If you are employed and hired with H-1B visa by an organization and you feel like they're not treating you well, you can also notify USCIS. They want to hold everyone accountable. It's about accountability. So don't think that anybody wants to witch hunt you. It's simply the system improvement and trying to make sure that it's more effective and it's set to achieve what it should achieve. This visa is usually a 3 years visa, and you're eligible to, change your status if you find other opportunity. One of the things that I have said in the past and people will laugh is, if you're not married and you come on H-1B visa and you find love, you can marry the person and you switch to marital visa, spousal visa, whereby you can now become a permanent resident, but you have to go through the application processes to be able to do that. So there are opportunities. You may also be able to move from there to EB1, EB2, depending on, your qualification and experiences. So you look at the website and you find a niche, how you benefit, and you'll be able to apply, you'll be able to change your status. But if you don't want, that's still okay. I think it's renewable once, another 3 years, and after that is no longer renewable. Okay? Again, the other thing is that in the past, when that H-1B visa expires, you expected to go out of the US before it's renewed and you come back. Now you don't have to leave the US. The renewal can be done while you're in the US. So you see what I mean? These are beautiful changes that they're making on daily basis, yearly basis, trying to make sure that they don't disrupt people. Just imagine that you're here with your family and the children are in school, and then the visa expires, you leave. The children definitely will live with you, and they will no longer be able to go to school. So you see what I mean? They're trying very much to make it more family friendly, to make it more friendly to everyone, both the company and the individual that had applied. And they are learning, and using the data they have available to make it better and better. So I'm encouraging everyone to please stay tuned, but don't forget the date, March 7th. March 7, 2025, the portal will be open to receive application, and it by 12 noon EST, and it will close on March 24 by 12 noon EST. You can find out the time in your location, and you'll be able to work with that time. Now is the time to gather your documents, look out for a job. If you've gotten one before, this is the time to remind them that, hey, I'm now ready for this, it's opening this and that. Now, it is you who need it more than the organization. Yes, the organization may need it, but they can keep coping with little hands they have available. So you're the one who should be on your two toes, following up, informing them what they need to do. Find out from them if they already have the labor certification. If they don't, they can apply for it and then have it approved before the portal opens. Yes, thank you very much for listening. As more information comes, I'll be happy to come back here to give you more information. But right now, please get ready, explore those websites, see the organization that are hiring for this, apply through them. I believe that there will be more right now, especially following all the happenings in the US. There will be more opportunity in this regard, which means more open opportunity for people to come in legally and be able to, explore for themselves. For me, it's a win-win for the US, for the countries where you're coming from, for you as an individual, and for your family, of course, for your families and friends. And that is why I keep coming back to say this. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, invite your friends to explore. If you know anybody in the US who should have a company, some come here and they're happy with, just going to work and being hourly paid. You get here, settle in, and begin to think out of the box to do something for yourself, for your generation. I mean, create wealth. It's not enough to earn well, but it's okay to earn well. Then when you're stable, you begin to create wealth. So if you have friends and relations who have lived in the US for a long time, ask them, tell them that their companies, if they have one, can also be eligible. I'll ask them to, do the necessary documentation and registration so that they are eligible for future if they are not eligible now. Okay? But what don't happen is giving up. I don't give up. I don't expect you to give up. Just keep pushing. And one day, you'll be able to smile and say, I did my best and it paid off. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I look forward to seeing you in my next video.